is Madeline, and welcome to this yin yoga class for sadness, depression, and burnout. So, if you're experiencing any of these things right now, my heart goes out to you. And this is just a great time to just take some time for yourself. Remember that everything is impermanent and just observe how you feel without any judgment. There's no pressure to do any of these poses or anything you don't want to do. So if you have props, you can grab them. You don't need them for class, but if you like to use them, you can go ahead and get those. And we'll get started in a child's pose. So you might want to do a supported child's pose here, where you grab a bolster or a pillow. You can place it in front of you. You can bring the feet together, knees wide on the mat. Maybe place that bolster in between the knees. And then let the body come down, resting on the bolster or coming towards the mat. And just let yourself feel supported here. Let go. And breathe deeply. And notice how you're feeling. And let it arise without any judgment. And we'll take a few more deep breaths here. Take one last deep breath. And then slowly start to press back up. Take your time. If you're using that bolster, you can move it off to the side. And then we'll come forward onto hands and knees. Maybe once you're here, going for a couple of cat-cows or taking any kind of movement that feels good in the body. Take one more breath in your movement. And then we'll come down onto our bellies, preparing for a Sphinx pose. So coming down to the belly and then placing the forearms parallel with each other on the mat. Gaze is out slightly in front of you. Option to take a block and place it underneath the forehead, or extend those arms out and take hold of opposite elbows instead. So it's up to you, whatever feels good. Getting some nice heart opening here. When we're feeling sad or down, that can show up in the body just in terms of being hunched over a lot, rounding in. So this is a good pose to counter all of that. And let's take a couple more deep breaths here. Really sending breath into the heart space. And then slowly let it go. Hands can come on top of one another, and the forehead can rest on those hands all the way down on your belly. Option to wiggle those hips out a little side to side if that feels good. And then we'll stay here for a couple of moments, absorbing the effects of that pose. And take one more breath here. And then slowly press back up onto hands and knees. And from here, we're going to come into a melting heart pose. So you can place a blanket underneath the knees if you have one, if that feels good. And then try to keep knees and hips in one line. And we'll walk those hands towards the top of the mat. Maybe fingertips grip the top of the mat if you want something a little deeper. And then start to draw the chest down towards the mat. Maybe forehead touches the mat. If you feel any pain tingling in the arms, you can always spread them wider across the mat as well. So again, a nice heart opener, especially if you've been spending a lot of time just rounded forward, hunching over. And again, send the breath into the heart. And let's take a few more really deep breaths here. Take one last deep breath. And then slowly staying low to the mat, begin to slide back into a closed leg child's pose, knees together and arms reaching back behind you. And let everything go. We'll be here for a couple moments. Take one more breath here. And then slowly press back up onto those hands. You can release the legs out in front of you. And we'll come down onto our backs now. Hugging knees into chest. Maybe rocking a little side to side. plant those feet down on the mat, we're going to come into a reclining butterfly. So you can bring the soles of the feet together and then let the knees fall out to the sides. If you have blocks, you can place blocks underneath the knees if that feels good. Option to place a bolster underneath those knees as well for some more support, or just have the knees landing wherever they do. Option to cactus the arms here if you want some more chest opening, or just let the arms drape down to the sides. And let's take one more deep breath here. And place the hands on the thighs and slowly start to draw those knees back together. Maybe bringing them into the chest and rocking a little side to side again. We tend to store a lot of emotions in the hips, so just know it's totally normal if anything came up during that pose or really any of these poses. And from here, we're going to come into a reclining twist. So start to shift the hips a little over to the left, and then let those knees drop over to the right. And you can extend that left arm out long into a T shape or a cactus shape. Option to place a block in between the knees or beneath the knees. And then send that breath up and down the spine, letting the body detox in this twist. And take one more breath here. And then slowly start to draw the knees back to center. We'll go right into that other side, this time shifting hips a little over to the right and letting the knees drop over to the left side. Extending right arm out into a T shape or cactus shape, trying to keep right shoulder pressing down on the mat and sending the breath into the spine. And let's take one more deep breath here. And then slowly draw the knees back to center. You can rock those knees one more time. From here, take any final poses or movement your body is needing before we head into Shavasana. So maybe that's a happy baby or a snail pose. It's up to you. And whenever you're ready, no rush at all, you can extend those legs out long. Option 2, grab the bolster and place it underneath your knees. Can feel really nice. And let those arms drape out to the sides as you surrender into the earth for your final resting pose, Shavasana. And if you have the time, I encourage you to stay in the Shavasana for as long as you like. If you have to get going, we'll close with one final breath. You can exhale the air out now. Take a big inhale through the nose, and then a big sigh out the mouth. And thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you're feeling a bit better. It's also possible that this helped bring up even more emotion, which is totally normal. It's helpful for releasing. And if you'd like to see more yin yoga classes like this, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next time.